Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Sharon Sipe, the girl that's everywhere.
I was going to say, I recognize her name.
Yeah, you know Sharon Sipe.
She shows up on everybody's streams.
Oh, she's mod everywhere.
We have some very supportive people in our YouTube community.
Yes, we do. I don't know what I'd do without these wonderful people. They're my family, really, because I don't have any family. So,
right, yeah.
It's all you guys.
The beauty of that is once you are an adult, you can pick your family.
Exactly. And I really like my soul family. I love hanging out with my soul family because I've met people through like Tarot Love Community and stuff that I know I've met before. I've, lived lives with them before because they're so familiar. It's like, oh, there you are. And you've never met them in this life before.
Right. Isn't that such a weird thing?
Yeah.
It's weird, but it's kind of nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real nice. So, everyone, welcome Seanna Rose Metaphysical.
Hello, welcome.
And hi, Janet P. Welcome to the Lightworkers RoundTable. If you would like to kind of tell us a little bit about yourself and what do you do, Seanna? We know a Lightworker read cards, but I know you do a lot more.
I do other stuff too. All right, so I do a lot of tarot for clients, a lot of tarot readings. I do a lot of mediumship. I really enjoy being a medium. I find it very rewarding. I do Reiki, and I've been working on a Reiki curriculum. I have all of my level 1 notes all written up and everything.
Oh, good.
And yeah, I'm getting ready to teach it. Hopefully by summertime I'll be able to teach it. So that's been keeping me very busy. But once in a while on my channel, we'll do a Reiki stream. I try to do one every month whenever I remember to. So I feel like everybody could use that healing once in a while.
I like your little patient that you use on that stream. Your bunny.
Oh, Rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Rainbow. He was an Easter present I got when I was about 7. And he's just the perfect size to appear on camera and do all the hand positions and stuff for.
That's cool. Hi, Stony Baker.
And then once a month on my channel, we do weird questions where people in the chat or in the YouTube community ask things that normally wouldn't get a video of their own, or things that just wouldn't really fit in anywhere else. We usually do look at really weird stuff, aliens and reincarnation and all that.
That's the fun one. I love watching that one.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun over on my channel.
You guys laugh a lot when you're doing that one.
Oh, God. Yes. And then Friday night. Yes, Friday nights I usually collab with Johnny, Tony, and Adrian. We take turns. So once a month it's on my channel as well.
Yes, that's fun. I love watching you guys. You make me laugh.
Oh, we have a good time. It's so much
fun. Yes. I am actually working on my Reiki right at the moment.
Oh, good. What level?
I'm level 1. I already did, but I did it about 5 years ago. And so I found a course on Udemy.
Okay.
That I'm taking, and I'm doing a refresher. I'm like doing it all over again, although I have had the first attunement.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm doing as well with my master level. I did the training, did all that, but I never got the proper certificate afterward. So I'm going to go study and just do it again with somebody else. Just to, it's always nice to just get that refresher.
Exactly. I actually was, normally I'm going through the principles every morning when I get up and all that. And I'd forgotten, you know what? I hadn't been doing that since COVID. I hadn't been repeating back the principles of Reiki. I will not, but you got to do that. That align your chakras. You got to do that.
Oh, I totally get that. I forget a lot too, but it's very important. I'm really glad you brought that up. There's a lot of people who are still learning about Reiki and wonder if, well, do we need to learn the ideals? Do we need to actually go by them? And yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Not just for Reiki, but just for life in general.
No kidding. I actually have it on my mirror, on my bed, on my dresser in my bedroom. So I wake up in the morning and that's the first thing I see are those. So
And I
after
like
a
that.
while, I need to move it. I'm going to put it on the mirror in the bathroom
Mm.
because
I
I
always
look
like
at
that
it and
they
I see
start
a
with,
white piece of paper written on it.
oh, yes. Sorry,
See,
I didn't
after
mean
a
to cut you off
while,
there.
you get into a mode and it's like, oh yeah, okay, it's a habit. And then, okay, I got to switch it up. So that's awesome. Yeah. Um,
No, I was going to say, I like that they start with just for today, because that takes the pressure off. You don't
yeah,
have to be perfect. It's just for today. I will not get angry. Just for today, I will be kind to all living things. Just
yes.
for today, I will do my work honestly. And I can't remember the other one off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm the
Those are
same way.
the
I
three
was
I
going, you
remember.
can do those, Katie. And I'm going, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because I just went through it the other day. What's nice about this is because it's all on a work at your own pace. She does quizzes too,
Mm,
which is good, because you got more skin in the game.
yeah.
I got my master's degree working online, doing it
Oh,
online. And if it wasn't for the fact that it was to save my life, basically,
yeah.
I could see where people just would blow it off and I'll do it later. I'll do it like put it off, put it off, put it off, put it. And you can't do that.
Oh no. All of my college education I did online. It
Yeah,
was easier for me because I was able to work in that same field full time anyway to
there you
get
go.
the experience while I got the education. Sometimes that just works better for people too.
That's what I did with my bachelor's degree.
Mm,
I computers. I have a bachelor's in business information systems and a master's in fine arts in creative writing.
okay.
How's that for using your right and left sides of your brain?
Yeah, I was gonna say you got a nice balance of skills there.
Yeah, both were hard to get. Both of those were
Oh, I'm sure.
tough degrees. But I did the master's online. But it still was, every 5 weeks it was a different class. Went through it with the same group of people, same
Mm-hmm.
instructors. I mean, you're there, you're just looking at each other like Zoom,
Yeah.
like they're doing
Yeah.
kids in school now. And it works. It really works.
Oh, and for some, that's the most accessible.
Yes,
And if it works, it works.
exactly. I mean, if you live in Alaska and you got access to satellite internet, but you don't have any way to get to Anchorage or Fairbanks to go to school, or
Oh, heaven
Juneau.
forbid you live in Juneau, where it's hard to get in and out of the city.
Yes,
Is
where you
it
live in
Juneau that
Juneau
has
and you
no
can't
roads
get
in or out?
anywhere. Closest thing you can get to Juneau is maybe Skagway. And that's even worse. Only best way out of Skagway is up and over the mountain. And people died trying to do that during the gold rush. So,
Oh God.
well, I am so happy to have you here. Let's pull
Thank
a
you for
card.
having me.
Let's pull a card to get things started. It's just kind of a general message. Hmm. I'll go first. This is from the Earth Wisdom Oracle deck.
Mm-hmm.
I get
Oh, I like that. Oh, I love the owl.
healing grief. Look at the blue. I was pulling for me earlier, and at least one card out of everything I pull has got that Ukraine blue.
Oh, yes.
And so that's what this is telling me. We got to heal the grief we're feeling. Because we're all feeling all their griefs, especially those of us that are empaths. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what that's telling me. We've got that
Mm-hmm.
wise owl who's also the ghost. Native Americans. I know the Apaches, if an owl flies through your camp near the campfire at night, the Apaches, that's not a good omen for them.
Right,
That's a
right.
ghost coming through your camp. But this one, because it's the white owl, it's a little different than like the great horned owl that's got a wingspan of 6 feet going over you. I've had one do that
Understood.
before. It's totally silent until he was in front of me. And he came over the top of me. I felt my hair move in the air.
Oh,
I was throwing rocks at him, trying to get him to shut up in the middle of the night. He shut up, and he shut me up too. I was like, I'm
like, don't throw
sorry.
rocks. You both learned something valuable. Don't throw rocks at owls, but the owl should know don't pester the humans.
And he comes back all the time. I have a dead tree he loves to sit up in and just hoo hoo hoo. But yes, this is telling us we need to have some grace and understanding with ourselves, because we are all grieving. And a really good friend of mine yesterday, he's grieving big time today too. Found his brother passed away.
Oh no.
And so, you know, there's so many of us with all the COVID and all this that we're going through. Lightworkers, we got a lot of grief to heal. We got to help these people.
Mm-hmm.
We got to help them heal. Since this
Oh,
is the whole point of this show, it's us Lightworkers. So, what you got?
well, I actually got a similar message. I got hang in there with 7 of Wands. First thing, hang in there. It's hard, but it's doable.
Yes.
You will be stronger.
Oh, yeah.
Hang in there. You will become stronger.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I like
It's so much easier said than done, but it's something everybody needs to hear.
And sometimes the only way you can really hang in there is to shut it off.
Sometimes, yeah.
I mean, like here we get bombarded so much with the news coming at us every direction.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch it anymore. I only
don't
watch
either.
enough to know what's going on. But because I get so worked up and so it brings the anger, which is the darkness, and I don't like that side of me.
Right.
That's the revenge side that serves no purpose but help them.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I'd like to take everybody through the Lightworkers pledge, which when you say these words, I mean, you can say them out loud or say them quietly. I'll read them out loud. When you say these words, they're powerful. I declare a pledge to love. I will act based on judgments from the heart. I will act not based on judgments from fear or lack. I will act not controlled by self-interest, commercial or political agendas. I will act attempting to reduce conflict and division. I will act to promote cooperation. I will act to promote consensus. I will act to promote peace. I will act recognizing the quality of all human beings. I will act to pursue a picture of collective truth rather than personal truth. And I will act to acknowledge the responsibility of supporting others in their spiritual awakening. I will act and do not deliberately or knowingly misinform. I declare this pledge in love.
I like that. I've heard of the pledge, but that's the first time I've heard it, like all the lines of it.
I found it online. I was like, oh, this? Oh, yeah. When Spirit says, you're going to do a show about Lightworkers, where Lightworkers talk about what they do. And I'm going, okay. And it's going to be for all these new awakening people. I'm going, okay.
Okay.
So that's what I just started researching. And when I was making my cards, I came across this. And I thought, ooh, that'd make a really cool card. But it's kind of a lot for one card. But you could make several cards with it.
That's true. You could do that.
Line could be a card, and you could embellish on that.
Oh, yeah. You can always go into more detail on each line.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Thank you, Sharon, for putting up our channels up there. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, we we're going through so much. I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel like I'm in a vacuum cleaner. It's like suck this energy, suck that out, suck this one out. It's like, okay. And then I go to bed and I wake up going, okay. And then it starts again.
And then it starts over.
Yeah. So what do you do to recharge that?
So a few different things. First, I like to think about the Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Yes.
Where it's like, if I'm feeling like really, really low or whatever, first I go, okay, when was the last time I ate? Or first it's usually, did I take my med? And then it's, when did I eat last? Have I had enough water? So I make sure those things are taken care of.
Yes.
And then if I still am feeling really off or whatever, then I can entertain the possibility of something spiritual. Like, okay, so sometimes I just have a nap. Sometimes that just helps to reset the brain. Or there are times I will look up guided meditations on YouTube if I feel like I need. My attention span, sometimes it's hard for me to sit and focus on meditation for long periods of time. So sometimes I just do really short ones, or it's just some simple prayer or a mantra, or just like lighting a candle, burn some cinnamon, just something with the intent of, this is for healing. This is to recharge.
Sit and breathe. Yeah. Just sit and do some slow the meditative breathing part. You don't have to go into the full meditation. You just exchange that oxygen in, and it makes you lighter. It just automatically makes you lighter. I know this is from being a singer. You do what I teach people in the grounding for breathing. You do that as a singer. You do it 3 times in a row, and by the time you're through, the third time you've emptied out all that old air out of your lungs and exchanged it in for new oxygen. It makes you lightheaded. Whoa. But then after that point, you can, it's easier to recall that breath to go with the song. Anyway.
Sometimes it's hard to remember to breathe from the diaphragm, not just from the chest. You get a deeper breath when it's from your tummy.
Yes, that's right. Dream. Yeah, that chakra, man. You were talking about mediumship.
Yes.
How did you first know that you were medium, or that you wanted to go down that path?
It's interesting because my entire life, I was always just interested by, it sounds weird, but interested by death and what happens afterward. Now, I had actually grown up like Christian and like Pentecostal Christian. And so I grew up with a very specific set of beliefs that I was supposed to have regarding death and the afterlife and stuff like that. But I always just thought, I don't know, there's got to be something else to it. And then this actually didn't start coming about until I was maybe 20 years old. My grandpa had died shortly before I turned 20. And he would appear in my dreams at night after that. Very vivid. It wasn't even like it was a dream. It felt very real. It was like I was actually going somewhere and visiting him. And it was like he was trying to tell me that I was going to be okay. And I remember one dream telling me that he was always there and I could always just talk to him whenever.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And I, woke up like really confused at first because I'm like, oh, he's still here. I'm going to call him. But, he wasn't. And so I thought, there's got to be way more to this. So I started learning more about mediumship. It took a couple years because I was a little skeptical. I still was holding on to some of my old beliefs that, you're not supposed to.
They're hard to let go of when you're indoctrinated with it from the moment you can speak, from the moment you can hear. Because I was raised fundamentalist Christian too.
Yeah.
Evangelical girl.
Yeah. And, there's still there were a lot of adults that, were teaching me the whole Christianity and stuff like that. And there's one of them still does not approve of what I'm doing at the moment. But it's funny, I found out there were a lot of people in my family that actually do believe in mediumship and have had readings done. And I never knew about it until I think it was when I learned Reiki for the first time in 2017. And it was like my chakras opened up really wide after the first couple of attunement.
Oh, yeah.
And then I started just getting like almost like clairaudient messages and images from like people who had passed away, prior and were trying to come in and talk to me.
I've always been, I don't classify myself as a medium, but as I'm listening to you talk, I'm going, I've always known when people pass away, they always come and tell me goodbye. They sometimes come and I'm not asleep. Or it's like a dear friend of mine passed away of breast cancer, and I was sitting with her husband and we were talking. He was sitting at his desk and he had a picture of her and stuff hanging on the door. That behind that door was her tattoo studio. And he was keeping all of that kind of like a shrine to her.
Yeah.
And she was very spiritual and she was not about material things. Don't have no damn shrine for me. And he and I were talking and he was telling me about how he didn't even want to let her son come in there and see what he might want to take from their, this is mom,
Yeah.
And I sat there and I was just getting ready to say, you might want to rethink that. And the damn picture fell off the door and broke. And it broke. She was like, no.
He's like, you're not keeping that
in here. Yeah. And then he would tell me, I wish she would come see me. Why does she come see you and come see my mom? And it's like, you got blinders on, Bubby. You're so in your grief mad because she died.
Yeah.
You can't see her. She's right here. I'm talking to her. That was her. And he's like, oh, no, that had to be the nail. I'm like, dude, okay, whatever. He's very military minded.
Some people are just very like ruled by the logic part of the mind, which, usually that's fine, but you still got to be open-minded to the spiritual, or else you'll miss out on those very special communications.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
sure.
he was a retired lieutenant colonel from the Air Force, Special Operations. So he was a bit of a controlling person. That's why we no longer date each other. I'm an Aquarius. You can't control us. It's not possible. Aquarius with a Gemini rising and a Leo moon.
Oh, okay.
Good luck. So anyway, yeah. What is your, well, you kind of gave us the process of what you do, but when you actually know that it's your energy, is it, do you like identify where it's coming from? Is it coming from like me? I'm going through crap right now because of the dang full moon. It zaps me. The lunar cycle. That's why I'm Katie Moonchild, is because I'm very much child of the moon, and it always has affected me.
Right.
So
sometimes it's hard to tell, and I have to ask, okay, is this me? Is this my own, or am I picking up somebody else's? Because I tend to pick up other people's feelings and almost like take them on as if they were mine. And I don't, that's hard to stop doing. It's hard to control that sometimes.
Yes.
So sometimes I'll get a feeling of whether it's mine or not, or I'll ask. And if I can't pinpoint anything recent that I've been through or whatever causing me to feel this way, sometimes I just assume it's from someone else. Either way, I work on trying to release the energy. Just like, okay, except this is how I'm feeling. So for example, I might just be really like sad for no reason.
Yeah.
Or there's times where I just feel nothing for no reason.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I'll sit and let myself either feel sad or just feel nothing. I'll sit for a few minutes, 5 minutes or so, without trying to overthink it.
Yes.
Because that's hard sometimes, because we want to do that. Our logical mind wants to take the thoughts and pick them apart and analyze them. And sometimes you just have to accept that you're feeling whatever you're feeling and be like, oh, hey, brain, thanks for the input. This is not helpful right now.
Yes.
I'm going to let this go and focus on whatever I'm doing in the current moment.
I like what Rachel says here. She says she sometimes smells people that have passed on, or smells the smells she attributes to them. Yeah.
That is a way more.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I sometimes smell my father. When I know my dad's around, I smell maple syrup, cigarettes, and coffee. Oh! You there, Seanna? Uh-oh. She froze. Do you want to... hide the comment. You want to try coming back in, Seanna? Yep, we lost her. She's coming back. Anyway, yeah. I would, of course, what you're saying there, Rachel. I definitely, there she is. She's back. Kinda, sorta. She's coming. She's in Canada, you guys. She's up in Snowland. So, she's in Alberta. Yeah. Uh-oh. We'll keep trying. Oh, boy. Oh, goody. I got a troll. I got a bot. Who wants to get him? Go for it, you guys. See ya, sucker. You're not welcome here. Oh, boy, how fun. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, actually, I'm going to report. Enjoy yourself. It's a bot. It's not a person. And they've been coming up a lot the last couple of days. Go figure. I wonder why. You know, we got sanctions on 398 members of Congress now from Russia. I want to know, what the hell does that mean? Oh. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Try the. There she is. She's back. There she is.
Oh, here we go. I was wondering what happened.
That was weird because it was just spinning.
Yes, I noticed, and I couldn't hear anything.
That was weird. That was weird.
Very strange. But hey, we're back.
Hey, it's the internet, and while you were gone, look what we got.
Yeah, I saw that. I got a good laugh.
It was like, oh, okay, Seanna leaves, and we get a jerk.
Yeah, it looked like it kicked both of us out. It kicked me out, and I had to go back in, and then your camera was frozen and was like black.
Oh, wow, that's weird because I was here. Yeah, Streamyard. You know, private chat.
Oh, yeah.
But that's you. Hi. See, I haven't used that yet. Oh, I'm learning. I just started paying for this, so.
Okay, you use the premium.
Yeah. Okay. No more of the freebie stuff on this. It's just.
And no more duck logo in the corner or whatever.
Yeah, I got my own free version. Yeah.
Is the paid version, is that better? Do you like it better?
This, yeah. Because I can put the background, the background in like these peacock feathers.
Oh, yes. I was wondering how people did that. I didn't know that was a premium feature.
Yeah. What else is another one? Well, you can do video clips. So if you have an intro
that ooh, that is really useful.
There's got a bunch of different It's worth it. I don't know that's worth $25, 20. It depends on if you want to pay for it a year at one chunk or not. I
Yeah.
can't afford to do that. So I'm doing it. I have to pay that extra $5 a month because I can't afford to pay the big chunk.
Yeah. That's how they
That's
get
what it
there.
is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's not always going to be that way. So
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so glad you're back.
Yeah, me too. So we were talking about, somebody was saying in the chat they could smell,
Oh,
like the
yes.
smells associated with that. And I was saying before we got kicked out here that I think it's called clairalience, and it is way more common of a psychic skill than people realize. So I was gonna say, everybody knows clairvoyance, everybody knows clairaudience, but that clairalience, that like smelling, is not talked about enough. Because I know other people who have that too.
Yeah, I got clairsentient.
Yeah, and clairsentient, that the empath.
Oh, well, I have so much, especially with things that are connected to the earth. It's kind of interesting. You cut a tree down, I can't be around. I hear it scream. So if it's alive, it's a dead tree, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
But
if it's a dead tree, it's
I even
probably
hear it, I hear them cry when you trim their branches. So I can't. It's really, really weird. But I've been like that since I was a little girl. It's always, it would make me sad and it'd make me cry and I grew up in national parks where trees get cut down and stuff. And yeah, I grew up in places like Banff.
okay. Yeah, just surrounded with nature.
Absolutely. So, my brother is like, you're nothing but a damn tree hugger. He's a conservative. And I laugh and I'm like, how could I not be? He wasn't raised like that because he was already grown and out of the house when I was born. So he didn't live in national parks. He didn't live where every little bit of dirt is protected.
Right. Yeah.
So,
And everybody has their own perspective on the planet. Some people are very emotionally tuned in, and some aren't.
well, I have a cousin that's actually a geologist who says in fundamentalist Christian, he says God gave us this earth to use.
Within reason, though, right? I mean,
God,
something we gotta use to survive, but not to the
well,
extent that we're doing it.
not use it up.
Yeah, not like waste it,
He's,
overuse.
his opinion, because he's all for mining and all that stuff, and so his opinion is that's been given as a gift to us to drag out of that ground and use it. And I'm like, and what do we do when it's gone?
Yeah, use it, but not all of it.
And he wouldn't answer me. I love doing that drop mic stuff on those guys. It's like, don't argue with me.
Yeah.
I'm Aquarius. I've thought this stuff. Being an Aquarius, we kind of tend to be in our heads. We think a lot of stuff through. A lot of stuff. Too much in our heads. Anyway, in our current climate, back to like my card.
Yeah.
The current climate, how do you find inspiration in the events that are happening? I mean, they're dark events. How do you flip that in your head to make it so that it's something we can learn from in an inspirational way and it doesn't devastate you?
It's hard. Sometimes we have to practice acceptance. It doesn't mean that you're okay with what's happening in the world, but I think it's better than pretending it isn't happening. Like, some people will have nothing to do with, they don't even want to be informed. But it's like, you got to accept this is what's happening right now in our history. I always think about it as it will pass. Everything does eventually pass. Everything does eventually come to some kind of an end.
And it usually works out for the best in the long run.
Yeah. And I like to hope that too, that there will be some kind of positive that will come from it.
And every time I see something where, all these people have been killed and stuff, I look at it and I go, wow, what a sacrifice, because they signed on their contract to do this. Their life contract. And so I look at the people, well, I was shown a vision of people that were going to be dying from COVID. And it was basically just this white glow around the earth that went up into a pillar, up into the cosmos. And I was like, wow, that's impressive. That's cool. And then I saw they were individual white doves. They were all the souls that were passing away. They're the ones, basically, the vision was telling me that's how we're being pulled into the shift. Their energy is, as they leave this earth, their energy is pulling us into the shift.
Right.
That blew my mind. I was like, oh, thank you.
And
Wow.
it's so weird because, you know, to us, our ego self goes, that is awful, and I would never sign up for it, but the soul sees it very differently.
Well, the soul has no beginning and no end. So it's like, yeah, I'll go on that ride.
And anything is a learning opportunity for the soul.
Exactly. Yeah, we're all, spiritual beings live in this human experience.
Yeah.
Because of free will.
Yeah.
To know what it's like to be able to say, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
People don't realize that you can do that and you won't get smoked for it. You know what I mean? Some of my religious upbringing is really hard to get rid of.
That kind of thinking, yes, I totally get that. It is hard. It's hard to step out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually being called to do some shamanic work. And that goes really against everything I was taught. I mean, whoa.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh, I want to do ayahuasca, but I want to go to South America where I can do it right. And, all these dreams. And my family is all, you don't want to go to, why would you want to go to South America? They don't even know what ayahuasca is, first off. And I'm like, because I've always wanted to go to the Amazon.
Exactly. You want to because you want to.
Oh, yeah.
There's something valuable for you there, some kind of valuable experience to be had.
Well, and I'm all about plant.
And why do they want to go to the places they want to go to?
No kidding. Yeah. Why are they all about hanging out in Cozumel or Disneyland or for their vacations,
Yeah.
We do our thing. They I was going to ask you, what do you do for your favorite activity for a quick recharge? But you already told us that. It's my favorite activity too.
Yeah, I like to have naps once in a while or rest. I play video games. I draw. I color. I do creative stuff like that.
Behind you, all those pictures, you guys, behind her, that's her drawings.
Yes. Except this one came from the store. This one is a tarot card in a frame.
Yeah.
But these other ones, I actually painted myself. And then across the room
I like the purple eye.
Oh, yes, I love that one too. I have a daisy up there. And then across the room,
I like the highlight in your purple eye because it looks like an exclamation point.
It kind of does. I never thought of it that way.
That's cool.
And then I was gonna say, yeah, across the room, there's like my fiance, his whole setup, his desk and his monitors and stuff. And I painted a whole bunch of superhero paintings and stuff for him.
That's cool. This is something else.
Our house is full of paintings. Oh, yes. And I did make a coloring book a few years ago.
I just got it. You guys, it's great. I actually showed it on my channel and everything. They're all positive thinking things. So you want to raise your vibration?
On your channel and I had no idea?
Yes.
Oh my God. I'm going to have to go and look at that now.
I did it on my channel. I believe it's in one of my live streams, but I showed my favorite ones. I mean, we're talking. I love it. And the cover is so cool because it's a waxy kind of a.
Yes, I picked the matte texture because I am a sucker for soft things.
Well, I do a lot with water, with my artist work. Actually, 2-3 weeks ago, I showed my paintings, all my paintings that I have. Actually, yesterday on my live stream, the midweek minis, I showed a whole bunch of my diamond paintings, and they're
Okay.
towards
I
the
remember
first
some
part of
from
it.
your Instagram too. Lots and
Oh
lots of
yes,
diamond painting.
yeah, I do lots of them, lots and lots and lots. I have 30 more to do. I don't buy them anymore.
No. But those
Be-
kind of activities, it's so nice just for helping you. Actually, it really is good to help you process your thoughts and your feelings,
yes,
and it does help you to recharge. Because I think
and
when your battery is refilled physically and then emotionally, mentally, it automatically you're spiritually recharged, I think.
yeah, something else I like to watch. This is crazy on YouTube. I watch wood turning videos.
Oh,
On
those are so I love watching like
with
those like crafting
wood.
videos where they
Yeah,
show something start to finish. Yes, they
I
show it starts with like a chunk of wood and they make it into something gorgeous.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Or
They
I like
put
videos
resin
where
in it, and
they restore old rusty broken stuff and it looks brand new. It's like that's amazing.
I used to love, as a hobby before I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, I used to love redoing furniture.
Mm,
And I mean, I would take a dining room set, and if you wanted it out on your patio, no problem. I'd paint the thing with latex house paint, outdoor house paint as the base coat. And then from there on, I hand painted, I did mosaic stuff. Um, yeah, it would exhaust me because you'd like picking up the chairs and moving them and setting them down. And
oh God, yeah.
fibromyalgia, you can't do that very long.
No.
But so I had to quit doing that. But yes, art therapy and music therapy are
Music. I was thinking
my
music too.
two go-tos. And then
Hmm.
I don't care what kind of music it is. I'm not picky. As long as it
There's
has a
something for
tune.
every mood.
Yeah,
And there
exactly.
are a lot of talented artists out there. And yeah,
Yeah, and
it's just nice to appreciate good art, good
I love
music.
the old stuff. I love the new stuff. I love classical.
Oh, yes,
Um,
I do too.
I love new age. Um,
Hmm.
when I'm meditating, though, my go-to is Native American flute,
Okay.
like our Carlos Nakai or Coyote Oldman. Um, just because I believe it's the frequency of the megahertz of the flute itself that helps me, because I feel the vibration across my forehead.
Okay.
So it's activating that third eye.
Oh, that's nice. Um, you might really like this one singer, Suda. It's
Oh yeah.
Sudha, and she does all these mantras. Her rendition of the Mula mantra is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And
I
she,
love the angel voice. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Oh, she's got a lovely voice.
the Anya.
Oh, yes, her too. Yeah.
I could listen to her forever and have over the years. But no, interesting groups that are a little different, like Enigma, um, because it's electronic and it's very deep, but and the fact that they come from France kind of makes it kind of cool because
Kind of
it's not
cool.
usually much English.
Different. Yeah.
Yeah. But then I'll go Pink Floyd and then I'll do Travis Twitt, so I don't care.
Yeah.
It just really depends. Like you say, it's your mood. I do Amazon Music,
Yeah.
and if you hit like, they'll put it in a playlist for you. So sometimes
Oh,
when I'm writing up my card of the day on Instagram, I'll just hit my playlist, and it'll go like that. It'll be 3 or 4 rock songs, and then 10 or 12. It seems like Spirit's wonderful. Spirit knows. And then 10 or 12 really cool spiritual,
yeah.
get me into the mode, and then the card flies. Write it up right quick. And
Right. Yeah.
yes, Rachel's doing a lot of work on her ancestors are all Norse and Northern.
Oh, that's like my ancestors are from Norway.
Cool. Yeah. There's German and stuff. So she's been
I
doing
guess
a
it
lot
would be my grandpa's parents came to Alberta from Norway. Long, long time ago.
That's cool. My family are Scottish. Scottish and Anglo-Saxon English.
Oh, and they have such a, like, their culture goes back so far. And their history is very interesting.
I've been able to trace my ancestry back to the year 957.
Wow.
In England. And you'll never guess who it is. It's Lady Godiva.
Really?
She's my 31st great-grandmother.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think the farthest back that we've been able to find for my family, because one side's Norwegian, the other side is German.
Yes.
Goes back to the 1500s in Germany, or what is now Germany. I don't know, because the countries, there used to be like Bessarabia and Bereznia and stuff like that.
See, Rachel, German, Persian, Polish, Swedish, and Irish. You guys should get together and talk. She's a sweetie. It's fun, yeah. Northern, lots of Northmen in her family. My family are all, my mom's side of the family. Yeah, I always like to tell people I got Braveheart, the movie Braveheart, going on inside of me because my mom's Highlander Scottish, and my dad is Anglo-Saxon English. So it's like, okay, how did you guys get together?
How did that work?
Oh, it's pretty interesting too because my father was grapes of wrath poor during the Depression. And my mother's father owned a cattle ranch in town. Mm-hmm. They're polar opposites of each other. Just how they lasted for 60 years, I will never know because I lived a lot of it and I still don't know how they did it.
Yeah.
They argued a lot.
I was going to say, that couldn't have gone 100% smoothly.
Yes. Hey, Geek Hillbilly. Good to see you, Keith. He was we finally got to see him. He was on a live stream. He was actually on a panel.
Oh, well, welcome to the stream.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So anybody in the chat have any questions? Like for us, how do we do this, We're getting close to our hour. So we're going to take any questions, and if not, we can pull some cards. I did forget to do the for entertainment purposes only YouTube.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Yes. So yeah. Hi, Janet P. Good to see you too. Janet P. was my first subscriber.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I kind of started with 100 and some subscribers, so because I had a channel. I've had 3 channels before. I had a diamond painting channel.
Yeah.
And I had a channel that I sold essential oils basically from. And then I had a party stream where it was like going to ladies' night at the bar. Everybody.
Oh, okay.
No holds barred. You can talk about whatever, smoke whatever, drink whatever. Let's just have a good time.
That sounds fun.
Copyright strikes and all kinds of stuff. But I had a great time. I ended up with trolls attached to me. They'd follow me.
Oh, of course.
Like into different, like they'd go into Instagram. They would go into Facebook to latch onto me there. So, and then I ended up with a stalker. I had to shut it all down. All down. So I don't recommend you guys do the party stream thing. It sounds like a lot of fun, but not if you're a woman.
Yeah.
It's not real safe. But boy, did I learn a lot. Talk about get tough skin. That's why I'm giggling. I was laughing at that one, what we just got a while ago. I love it when we get when you're in the chat and you get those trolls that come in. You're going to hell because of what I'm like, thank you. Bye.
Like, what are you doing on my stream then? Do you come in here? Do you look up different psychics just to enter their streams and tell them that what they're doing is against your beliefs?
Yeah.
And even then, do I look like I care?
Exactly.
Like I just laugh when those comments come up.
I didn't hold
I
the gun
just
to your
laughed.
head. Exactly.
And you know what? I gotta readjust myself here. There, that's better. My spiritual growth and that awakening process and all of that got so much easier when I realized I was not going to go to hell for it. I was
Yes.
not going to go to hell or get in trouble with God or whatever for learning tarot. I had always wanted to learn it, or like being psychic. I was always fascinated by psychics, and I realized I was not going to go to hell for learning about other spiritualities.
Yeah.
And
I was always fascinated with people like James Van Praagh and Philip
yes,
Brown, and I mean, I still watch James Van Praagh on YouTube.
I've
But
got one of
then
his
I
books.
discovered
Yeah.
Wayne Dyer
Mm,
and
he was very good, very good teacher.
Wayne Dyer and Greg Braden.
Oh, I haven't heard of him.
Oh, he's on YouTube. He has a series on Gaia.com
Oh, okay.
called Missing Link. He is a geologist, archaeologist, musician, and spiritual guide. He is all about how the timelines are messed up, how they've found, an axe, a modern looking axe embedded in coal. How is that possible?
How does that happen?
How? Yeah, exactly. They have found, on a sunken ship that's like 3,000 years old, navigation device that's made out of a brass-like material that looks like a sixpence, like
Weird.
but it's from way before
Way
all
back.
that. Yeah, and these are things they can't explain. So it's like we now have AD, BC, and ME. ME stands for the modern era.
Yeah.
And they're not even teaching kids about history, but yet they're changing the historical timeline. And they have to change this historical timeline because of the stuff they've discovered through science. It has nothing to do with book banning and not wanting to teach critical thinking.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Hey, it's fun here, let me tell you.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. I've learned so much about this country in the last 2 years, and I grew up with a father who was majorly into politics. We had dinner every night on TV, not at the dinner table, sitting at TV trays so that my father could watch Walter Cronkite news during the Vietnam War. I'm eating dinner. Want to talk about desensitize your kids? Hi, Shelby. Desensitize your kids. You place them in front of a television and see images of war while you're eating dinner.
Yeah.
And I can't do that now. I can't look at, I saw one image from Ukraine and I can't look at them. It made me, I had to go run and throw up.
Yes, it's so sad.
Get it.
I try to stay away from, I like to be informed, and stuff that's really important usually will just pop up on the internet, on social media, or Reddit usually is where I just scroll.
I'll read like the headline in the first paragraph.
Yeah.
In an article, but I don't
get the gist of it.
Don't give me those moving visions. Yeah, I don't want to see the photograph.
It makes me so sad. Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah.
I feel their fear. You feel their fear.
Then their anger.
Oh God, yes.
Their anger.
And their pride.
And it's like righteous anger.
Their pride. Wow. Like I love the grandma who gave the Russian soldier. Have you heard the story? Gave the Russian soldier sunflower seeds. She said, hold your hand out, and she gave him the sunflower seeds. She says, put those in your pockets because they'll grow when you die.
Oh, that's savage. But yeah.
In other words, they'll start growing where you fall.
Yeah, basically.
I was like, yes, Granny, that tells you the resistance, how deep it goes.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah. And she obviously lived. She was a grandma, so she's lived through way before Putin.
Lots of wars.
She was like before Gorbachev and the wall coming down. Obviously, she saw horrible stuff. in Russia
Oh,
before.
yeah.
But we don't even know about because we were shut out of it all.
Yeah.
And that's happening again. That makes me sad. It's like everybody, when they were all talking about the wall in Mexico,
Mm.
gotta build that wall, gotta build that wall, gotta build that wall. And all I kept thinking to myself, you guys are stupid. You don't remember Berlin. Walls keep people in more than they keep people out.
Well, and that wall didn't even last forever.
No.
So,
But that was the whole purpose of the wall, was to keep people in and not let people in. It was just like, yeah, crazy. So why are we doing this to the United States? Besides that, I live down here by the border. I'm only 91 miles from the Mexico border.
oh, are you?
Yeah. So, and it's all bullshit what they're telling you.
Mm.
There's violence at the border. The only violence at the border is from Border Patrol.
That's what I heard.
Unless you're trying to sneak across the border with kilos and kilos of cocaine or something like that, then, well, you deserve it. But some of those people,
yeah, if you're doing something
really
actually dangerous.
Well, and some of those people, though, that are carrying it across the border are doing it because their families are being held if they don't do it.
They have no
The
choice. And
cartels.
people have no choice.
And the United States created those cartels, which is what's sad. It's the cartels that make the border dangerous. It has nothing to do with immigrants.
No, they're just trying to find a safe place to live.
They just want a better life.
Yeah, they just want their kids to grow
what
up
our
well.
ancestors wanted. They just want what that came here.
Yeah.
I'm a native of Arizona, but I don't belong here. You don't belong in Canada. We're white. There's supposed to be Native Americans there. Our ancestors did bad things.
Yeah.
But, you got to forget them. You got to move on. I'm tired of rehashing the bad things.
Same. I really am.
Like Johnny, Tarot's Apprentice, is put out if you're a card reader, I got a challenge for you. Telling everybody to start reading positive.
Putting out positive stuff.
Yep.
We
and
need more of it.
That's all this channel has ever done. I don't do political.
I stopped doing that like 2 years ago, and that's the best choice I made for my channel.
Yes. I will collaborate on other people's channels. I'll read it, but myself personally, I don't read for myself. Well, I can't. I'm not very accurate.
It's hard to read on yourself.
It really is. It really is. But it's like politics. I'll use my pendulum when card readers are reading. I'll play with the pendulum.
Right. Yeah.
I can get a yes or no out of that, as it's crooked. But I don't even, because I get too mad. I got too much skin in the game. I get too mad. I've always been the activist girl. So anyway, I thank you. We're right 2 minutes away from being straight up on the hour.
Right?
So, yes. So I always close out with this little bit of a quote. Shine your light and make a positive impact on the world. There is nothing so honorable as helping improve the lives of others.
It's true.
And you got a service heart, Miss Reiki.
And we're all connected. So when you help others, you help you. And when you take care of you, you're able to help take care of others.
Exactly.
What you do to yourself, you do to all.
I have a Reiki question for you.
Yeah.
When you're doing Reiki treatments on people,
at
the end of the day, that zaps your energy. I know it does. It has with me when I practice.
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it is hard to keep your own energy separate. I always try and ask for protection. And at the end of the session, I was taught to do this karate chop move to symbolize. Cool. I'm disconnecting from the energy. Something else you can do is run your hands under cold water, sever the energy.
Oh, that's cool.
I was taught to those were things I was taught when I was learning Reiki. But yes, sometimes it does get tiring. And if I'm doing Reiki for someone in person, it's that having to stand for an hour, and
Yeah.
that gets a little bit exhausting too. But
Yes. Because I know when I first started Reiki, the thing that scared me the most was I was afraid I was going to absorb their energy.
the
And
thing,
then I got to thinking about it. Wait, no, the energy is coming out of you, not into you. It's
right,
coming
and it's not
from
even your
you're
own
the
energy.
vessel.
You're the channel
Right,
for the
you're that
Reiki
vessel.
energy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I usually find if there's something that does need to be released from a client, sometimes they'll feel it in the top of their head, their crown chakra, or sometimes I'll feel the energy go up my arms and out the top of my head. So I know I'm not actually holding on to it. It is going out. I'm
Yes,
just the channel.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And remembering that you are not using your own energy, you don't have to use your own energy. That will save you a lot of tiredness.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
picked that up because I'm level 2 Kundalini Reiki.
Okay, yeah.
And that's activate your Kundalini.
Oh,
Don't do that without someone with you that knows what's the deal, because they got to warn you what's going to happen in the next 6 months to a year,
it's a
because
pretty
it
big, it can be a
flips your
real shock.
energy all over the place. I mean, I get near a big box fan that's vibrating, and all of a sudden I'm just right along with it. And it's going up and down my spine. You hear people say, that's the snake hugging my spine. It really feels like that when it kicks in. So when you do
Mhm.
Reiki healing, it's just a matter of opening this and this. Open your hands, you say the person's name, and in your mind you say what they've told you that's bothering them, and
Mhm.
then you blow it out.
Mhm.
That's it. It starts the healing process.
And
And
that's
it
such a simple way to do it too. That's so
just
easy.
the name, and you
Hmm.
can feel it. I can feel the energy when I do that. It's like bzzz, my shoulders are buzzing. But it's because my doctor explained to me how Kundalini works, and it is a gland at the base of your spine, just like your pineal gland behind is your third eye.
That's fascinating that your doctor even acknowledged that.
Oh, she's so cool. Well, she noticed that my blood pressure was high, and she's like, "Uh-oh, do we have to increase your blood?" Because I had high blood pressure at the time, and I'm like, "Well, no. I rode the bus here. Let me tell you what happens when I get on the bus, because the bus motor makes me vibrate."
Oh
So
yes.
I told her, I activated my Kundalini and started talking. She's like, "Oh, that explains everything. You know how that works." And then she just went into the conversation just automatically. I was like, wow, you don't think I'm weird? Because that's my biggest religious upbringing thing.
Mhm.
People thinking you're crazy or thinking you're weird.
Or thinking like, what is wrong with you? Like you are losing your marbles.
Yeah, you're
You're
nuts.
losing your mind. Or it's like, well, maybe that's not a bad thing. You're just shedding part of your old self.
Yes, exactly. No kid, one of those layers of the onion.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I thank you, Miss Sienna, so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting me. And I'm
Oh,
really glad the stream let us back in after it kicked
I
me
am
out.
too. I am too. You are welcome here anytime you have a standing open invitation, my dear. You
Well,
get
thank
bored,
you. I very much
live,
appreciate it.
holler, show up in the chat and say, "Hey, can I come on?" I'm like, "You bet. Come on, Sienna."
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. It's so good to see everyone in the chat. Sometimes
Mhm.
it's hard in this particular show to acknowledge everyone in the chat. So, one thing about my channel is it's small. So,
Yeah.
I don't have a big chat that flies by like Linda G and Johnny and Jen and Becca. It's like,
Sometimes it's hard to catch everyone.
it is. It really is.
And it's
And
not like you're being cold or impersonal. It's just you can't catch everyone.
oh, you can't. And then you've
No.
got the delay, because down here I've got my cell phone with YouTube on it. And then up here, and I do that so that I can get trolls. That's the only reason.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only, otherwise I would just pay attention to this chat.
Yep.
But thank you, darling. You have a great night.
Oh, you too. And happy Easter.
Yes, you too. I was going to say, and have the most wonderful, wonderful weekend. Enjoy
it's
your
gonna be
Easter
good.
time. The baby bunny day. That's all I always
Yeah.
think about on Easter is baby bunnies, baby chicks,
Baby chicks.
baby kitties, and baby doggies. The
Oh, I
baby.
know.
I love spring. Hopefully your snow is about done.
It was, and then this is Alberta though, so winter doesn't really go away until like the middle of May.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah,
It melts and then it comes back.
Crater Lake National Park, winter
Yeah.
kind of goes away like July, and then it's back again in September.
Yeah.
So, but you're living almost 10,000 feet in the air, so you're up in the clouds, man.
It'll happen.
Easter Beagle. There you go, Geek Hillbilly. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, love you guys. I thank you very much for coming, everyone, all the subscribers, all new people. If you like what you saw, please share this. And we'll see you next week when my guest will be Herc213, Jay.
Ooh.
He's big into yoga and essential oils and animation.
So, I love that. That's a fun combination.
Yeah. Oh, he's a fun person. He's a sweet person. He's got not even one aggressive bone in his body. He lives his yoga walk very much. That's so good. He's a really cool guy. So I thank you. Yes. And every week after that, it's building and building. After him is Black Cat Tarot.
Oh, yeah.
After Black Cat Tarot is Adrian, Red Lentil Healing. Bless you. And then it just keeps going and going and going from there. But yeah, Tony, and she said yes, but she's waiting. We're waiting until her mom gets to feeling a little better.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
So she's wanting me to show her how to make gummies.
Oh, yes. You should do a tutorial on that. I think it would be great.
Oh, it's easy to do. It's really fun. There's so many videos on YouTube on how to make gummies. Actually, Tuesday, on Jay's day, it was his birthday, so he was celebrating his birthday, and I went and popped in on the panel. I actually took my computer in my grow room and showed my plant. He was like, yeah, my birthday, 4/20.
That's perfect.
That was funny. It was good. Well, I thank you, my dear.
Thank you.
To end this. Thank you, everybody. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to one another, please. Bye-bye now.
Bye.